Hello, it's Dan again, and I haven't made a video for this channel in quite a while because, quite frankly, I haven't felt like it, but I have been wanting to make a video about this particular backpack here, the Thule Aion 40. And I've been meaning to make it because, one, there isn't a lot of videos or info out there about this backpack, and two, I just wanted to talk about it. And three, I think I'm saying Thule right. I'm going to try to prevent saying Thule as much as possible in this video because I might be mispronouncing it, and I'm sure somebody might correct me in the comments section. So today what you're going to get is a nice little user experience and review of the Thule Aion 40, which I will call just the Aion 40 from now on to prevent saying the word Thule. Let's start off with the important question, why do I have this? Well, I've got a thing for travel backpacks. I like to have a carry-on for airplanes and for car travel as well, and trains maybe sometimes, that I can fit easily into the carry-on requirements, usually 22 by 14 by 9 inches, and I can also carry it on my back. This backpack fits that category of carry-on compliant for pretty much most airlines, except your discount ones that make you pay for carry-on bags. And so I wanted something to fit those size requirements. I also wanted a carry-on backpack under the 3-pound range. This is listed at 3.19 pounds, but if you take out the included TPU waterproof bag, it does get under 3 pounds. It gets at about 2 pounds, 14 ounces. And I also wanted a backpack that fit some pocketing requirements. I wanted something with a laptop compartment. I wanted something with a small organizer pocket that I could access like electronics and pens, headphones, books, that sort of thing. I also wanted something with backpack straps. Also have the option here to put a waist strap or fanny pack you can slide through here, this little area here. And then I also wanted a water bottle compartment as well, and it's got one of those. And on the inside, it's got a large main compartment, which I'll show you eventually. So it fit my requirements of being carry-on compliant, under 3 pounds, has backpack straps, and also has a few pockets that I really wanted in a carry-on travel backpack. Next, I'm going to go through some of the features here, and I'm going to talk about them as I open them, and we take some items out of the pockets and such. But another feature that I liked was the fabric here. The fabric it's like they say it's a polyester canvas, so it does have a very canvasy feel and look to it. 600 denier, so it's reasonably durable. This is the Nutria color, so it's sort of like brown, tan. It also, in certain lights, it can look green. I don't know what it looks like to you in this video. That's going to depend on your monitor and the lighting and everything. But this is the Nutria brownish, greenish, tannish color. They have a couple other colors as well. On the exterior, you've got various carry handles. You got this side handle and you got this top one. I really wouldn't carry by this. This is really just for pulling out of bins and overhead bins and tables and off the floor and whatever. Of course, then you have the backpack straps. It's got a sternum strap. That's nice. These are curved. So they can fit different body types. This is more of an S-curve shape. And then you have the slot here where you can put a fanny pack. Let's do that real quick. Let's put the fanny pack in there and show you how that works. They do sell this this separate Thule Aion sling, and I didn't get that because one, it was kind of expensive. So I got this Mountain Smith little tripping pack. And the thing I like about the Mountain Smith is, one, well, it's cheaper than the Thule sling. Two, it's lighter. Three, it has this sort of thicker waist strap. So this and that offers a little bit more support than just like a 1-inch wide waist strap. This is like 1.5 inches. So that's why I got this Mountain Smith fanny pack, and it slides in there, and this thing's fully packed. You can still get it in there, but it does kind of bulge out a little bit, and it does kind of push into the interior a little bit. So I recommend getting a smaller, lighter fanny pack if you want to utilize this feature. And while I'm here, I might as well just throw this thing on so you can see what it looks like on my back. I'm back, and I got everything strapped up and ready to roll here. So this thing is pretty stuffed pretty full. You can see it bulges a bit on my back, but it's reasonably comfortable to carry. It does, like, it doesn't have the greatest support system, but this little fanny pack thing here, this definitely helps distribute the weight a little bit. If I take this off, I can definitely feel it like pulling a little bit on my back. But when I strap this back up, yeah, it helps balance the weight. So I will say, if you get a fanny pack with a reasonably thick strap, it can help distribute the weight. But if you have this thing fully packed all the way, I won't say it's the most comfortable to carry for long periods of time. So I don't really like carry this thing around for like 5 miles or whatever, 10 miles. I'll carry it through the airport. I'll carry it when I'm trying to get around transit at my hotel or wherever. So I don't really recommend this for carrying the longest time, but it does the job if you're just carrying it in like 1 or 2 mile stretches. And if you have an effective transit system, you really shouldn't have to walk more than 1 mile to your destination. Transit plug. Last thing I want to discuss before we get into these pockets is the size. It says it's 40 liters. The listed dimensions are 20.5 inches by 13 by 9.1 inches. In centimeters, that's 52 by 33 by 23. So that's going to fit most airlines' carry-on compliance. However, when you fill this thing up all the way, and I kind of overfilled this just to prove a point, this thing can definitely get more than 9 inches thick. I'd say the height and the width fit within those dimensions if you take this water bottle out. But the height and the width fit within those dimensions, but the depth can really get more than 9 inches. This is like 11 inches of depth right now. And even if you try to compact it down, it's still probably thicker than 9 inches. So I would just watch out with the thickness when you're going to pack this thing full all the way. It's going to get bigger than 9 inches. That's just something to watch out for. Now let's get into some of these pockets and features, and let's just start at the front here. And the front, it has this sort of small organizer pocket. I really like this thing. Its depth, this is about how deep it is. It goes a little bit above my wrist, as you can see. And there's a number of different pockets in here. You got this padded pocket, so a good place to put electronics. I got a charger in here. I also have the laptop charger, and I like to put the laptop charger in this pocket instead of the laptop pocket, because it doesn't bulge as much. It doesn't push as much into the main compartment storage. So I often just put it in here, and then I'll take it out and leave it on a table at a hotel. I got a book here. This is a poetry book written by somebody I went to high school with. There you go, Swanhammer, Maggie Graber. There's a plug. Headphones, your pens. That's everything. Okay. So yeah, you got a nice organizer pocket, key clip. I like what's going on with this organizer pocket. I think it's just the right size, and it doesn't push too much into the interior volume. Other external pocket is the laptop pocket. I'm going to tell you something about this laptop pocket. It's huge. It's cavernous, and it's thickly padded. So if you really like a large, thickly padded laptop pocket, this is the one for you, because you can fit more than just a laptop. This thing, it's got a couple inches off the bottom, so you don't have to worry about that slamming on the bottom. And this is just like a 13-inch ThinkPad, plenty of room. I feel like you could almost fit a 17-incher in here. I can't confirm because I don't have a 17-inch laptop. You really don't need that these days. 15, 16 is big enough for a laptop. But anyways, you can fit a huge laptop in here. And then there's also this other tablet pocket, and I just put an e-reader in there because I actually don't own a tablet. Then you got even more room for the main area. You put a magazine, books, papers. You can put like even a packable day pack, lay it flat in here. So there's a ton. Oh, I didn't even get to this zippered pocket where you can put charger or wires or cables. So there's just a lot of room. And there's almost too much room because it does push into the main storage compartment. And I'm going to show that later with sort of the size of stuff you can fit into the main compartment. It's somewhat limited compared to some other packs. But yeah, laptop pocket, nice and big, nice big thick zipper. Not a lockable zipper. This does have a lockable main compartment zipper. You can put a little teeny lock or whatever through that. I would want a lockable zipper on the laptop compartment. That's the most important thing, but it doesn't have one. So, what are you gonna do? Then, now, last pocket here, this guy, this is like a little wallet, passport pocket, and that's exactly what I have in here, a wallet and an expired passport. So you can put little items like that in there. And I like this nice little convenient feature there. And take stuff out of your pockets too and put it in there when you go through the TSA security theater line. Water bottle pocket, this is like a 25-ounce water bottle. You can fit an Nalgene in here. I don't like to fit the thick Nalgenes because they're pretty thick. So I go with a thinner, maybe taller type of pocket. What I like about this, it's got this little elastic thing to expand, but it's the same durable material as the rest of the backpack. So it's not some cheap mesh that's going to fall apart before all the other materials. It's this nice durable material. So I like that on the water bottle pocket, and then it lays nice and flat. Final thing about the exterior I want to discuss is these carry handles, and they're usable. They're not very padded, and so I don't recommend carrying on the side for a long period of time. It's not the most comfortable thing. You can just use the shoulder straps for long-term carry. The top handles, these really aren't for carrying either. They're really just for like pulling and moving and all that sort of thing. So I wouldn't recommend carrying it by the top handle. And then lastly, I already discussed the harness system, but it's got this pass-through thing here, a little luggage pass-through, so you can put it on a carry-on with the handle and wheels or whatever, which I wouldn't never do because that's not the point of having this carry-on backpack. It's so I don't have to have big giant luggage that I put this backpack on. But it's there in case you want it. So if you're one of those people. And also ventilated and padded here. It's better than not being ventilated and padded. It's not like the most airflow. You can still get a bit of a sweaty back, but it's better than nothing. So I'll take that. And then there's a bit of firmness. I think there is some sort of thin frame sheet in here. It's a bit firmer here on the back to give it some shape and prevent the thing from rounding out and not having shape when it's lightly filled. Let's go to the inside now. We're going to open up this hose, and pretty simple. You got a top pocket here. You've got these compression straps, which I quite like the compression straps. It prevents me from having to use things such as a lot of packing cubes. Although I do have some packing cubes in here for demonstration purposes. And then there also is this sort of that TPU waterproof bag. I'll get that out later, talk about it later. Just the one thing I want to talk about with this main compartment is that it's not like the thickest and the deepest. I expanded this packing cube here to show you. This thing is like 6 inches thick, and then this is a packing cube not expanded, so you can see the thickness. And the depth of this is really more like 4 or 5 inches of depth. And if you have something, some backpacks will have 6 inches of interior depth. This one does not. And so if you start to get too thick, start to pack too many clothes, it does poke up over the top of this compartment. I was able to close it, but as you saw, it got to be about 10, 11 inches thick of total depth and height for the backpack. So it's not like the most deep and cavernous interior compartment. And some of those other pockets, like the laptop compartment, can push in to that capacity. The fanny pack here also, where's the fanny pack? Already can push into the interior capacity a little bit. So you gotta watch out for that. Whatever you put in this top lid, not so much. This has its own depth to it. So let's take this stuff out. And so a couple packing cubes, a couple pairs of pants, not like the greatest amount of stuff you can fit in there, but you also do have this top mesh compartment where you can put some of your smaller clothing items. So for demonstration purposes, I just put, socks, underwear, that sort of thing into here. And there's a lot of depth to this top compartment. So there's a couple extra inches of depth to this top mesh compartment. One thing I wanted to note is that the front organizer pocket will push into the back of the the depth of this right here. But you still have this whole other area right here where you have the full depth of the pocket. So yeah, this main compartment, not the thickest, but you do get quite a bit of depth with the top lid. I do wish the top lid maybe was like 2 compartments, but that does add a little weight, more complexity, and doesn't get that weight goal of under 3 pounds, which I'm kind of unreasonably obsessed about, but that's what I wanted. And instead of small clothing items, socks and underwear, you can also put like a jacket, a rain jacket. This is a down jacket, and it fits pretty easily in here. I think for my last trip that I used this on, I did put like a rain jacket in here, and then I put my smaller clothing items in a packing cube, and that worked out pretty well. But there's a lot of different things you can put whatever you want in here. It's got a lot of capacity, so do it as you see fit. And then the other interior features, yeah, we got this thing here. I don't really know what I would use this little interior mesh pocket for. Maybe hide something that you don't want people to see. TSA can see that stuff, but you know, people who just look into your bag and can't see it. You got the compression straps, and nice feature about these is there's this little tab here that will keep this in place, so it's not hard to find. So I do like these compression straps because I can put my larger clothing items in here, and it keeps everything in place, and I don't really have to use a lot of packing cubes. Like I said, I just use them for small items or like workout clothes. Last thing on the interior is this. So you have this sort of button close secret pocket down here. I don't know how secret it is. It's secret enough that I can't figure out how to open it. There we go. And then you have this whole TPU bag here this seems to be something they included with the package, and it's supposedly waterproof, odor-proof. You can put shoes, dirty, smelly clothes in here. I don't know. Put whatever you want in here. And then you can snap it, if I could figure out how to snap it, and then roll it up. So do that. What I find for this thing is just no use whatsoever. You can use any sort of lighter roll top waterproof bag, and this is just like a granite gear bag, and if you want a waterproof bag, you can just use that. So I don't really, other reviewers have said this too, I don't really care for this whole roll top bag that fits in its own compartment. It's just like adds unnecessary weight and takes up unnecessary space. So that's all the inside of this guy here. I've talked quite a bit here, and what I want to get into quickly towards the end is some of the pros and cons of this bag. And I already mentioned some of the pros. It fits the carry-on requirements, size requirements. It's under 3 pounds once you get rid of that TPU bag thing. It's got all the pockets I want with the laptop pocket and the organizer and the main compartment and the water bottle pocket. It's got all that. It's got reasonably durable fabric. You can carry it as a backpack. It's somewhat comfortable. I'm not going to go hike 10 miles up some mountain with it, but I'll waltz around town for a mile or 2 or 3 or whatever. And then you've got this other slot here where you can put a fanny pack or some sort of waist strap to give you a little bit more carry comfort and have another bag you can use at your destination. So it just has all those features that I was looking for in a backpack, and that's like the biggest pro to me is it has all of those things. Now some of the cons are what I mentioned during the review. The pocketing to me doesn't seem the most planned out, and when you have a bag that is in the sub $200 range, is gonna try to meet a weight goal, it's not gonna have all of the most planned out, well thought out features. And in my opinion, this laptop compartment, it doesn't need to be so thick and padded. It takes up a lot of space, and you probably just don't need as much padding. The more efficient thing to do is pad the outside of the pocket so everything inside is padded, and then create thinner slots to put your electronics. And expanding upon that, the inside, that's not the inside. Here we go. The inside, same con. As I mentioned before, it doesn't like have the most depth here, and then this thing has a lot of depth, and it probably could use maybe be 2 pockets instead of 1 big pocket to make it a little easier to organize. And then the third thing that I would say is a con is it's just the carry harness system. Not the most supportive for a bag of this size. So what are you gonna do? It's a bag you can get for under $200 on sale or with a coupon. So I think it hits a lot of the notes that you want for a carry-on travel backpack in that price range. All right, thanks folks for watching. First video I made in a while. I probably rambled, I don't know, but some people like a lot of detail in their backpack reviews, and I got that for you, so thanks. You can like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I don't even care because I don't even pay that much attention to this channel. So do whatever you want. And congrats for watching this long and looking at me, whatever. I'll see you later. Bye.